Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Current Affairs series. Today we will discuss about 12th May current affairs. Myself, Sunny Sandeep. Welcome to my channel Gear Up for Group 1 exam. Let us discuss the current affairs. The first one, a sweet treetop harvest for Vajachal tribesmen. We know that throughout India there are different types of tribes. During this lockdown, they venture deep into the forest and collect a record of 1800 kg of wild honey. These sweet treetop or these hives are at the in deep forest situation. Here, honeybees usually form hives on all trees like tani and ilavu, which grow to the up to 30 meters. Here, there are important concept that is particularly vulnerable tribal groups in Kerala. Yesterday we have seen that what are the PVTJs in Tamil Nadu. Here in Kerala, Chola Naikans, Kurumbas, Kattu Naikans, Kadars and Koragas. These are very important. These are the very important, particularly vulnerable tribal groups in Kerala. Once again I will read. Chola Naikans, Kurumbas also in Tamil Nadu, Kattu Naikans also in Tamil Nadu. Here Kadars, Koragas, Chola Naikans are in different from Tamil Nadu. Here these tribes are in Kerala. Why? Because these tribes are very important for our UPSC prelims and APPSC prelims also. Next one, equal freedom and forced labor. Here I have given a picture on that. Below 10 years age they are going to work. Here what is the difference between freedom and forced labor? Here why this contest is given here? Because Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh suspend labor laws. Here according to Article 23, prohibition of traffic in human beings and forced labor. This Article 23 tells about the prohibition of traffic in human beings and forced labor. Here we have to know about the difference between freedom and force. If suppose I put a gun on your head or a knife on your throat, I forced to do that work, it means that is forced. In all other cases that is like a freedom. If you see the cases, important case that is PUDR versus Union of India. This case is telling about it held that judges in the country must view violations of labor laws with strictness, and whenever any violations of labor laws are established before should punish the errant employers by imposing adequate punishment. In another side we have to see that the right against forced labor included the right to minimum wage. Here if you see the MG Narega Act also, they are giving minimum wage. This right against forced labor also included the right to minimum wage. If you see the no choice but to accept any work that came away, even if the remuneration offered below the minimum wage in contracted labors. Here due to COVID-19 economy is slowed down. For that we have to improve the situations between how to boost up the economy. Don't suspend the labor laws. Why? Because who are working in labor or who are working in companies or construction workers, they are prone to very unsafety measures. Why? Because electricity accidents, fall downs from higher places. These are the unsafety measures that are practicing in companies, in most of the companies. That's why if you suspend the labor laws, then it may be difficult to the laborers. That's why we have to boost our economy situation. At the same time we have to take care about these labor laws. Then only we will boost about this economy situation. Next one, Indian part of race to develop a vaccine. Here due to COVID-19, every country is to raise to develop a vaccine. Here there also in a global part, India is also there. There are over 100 vaccines being developed worldwide and at least 30 items in India. Last week we have seen that 3 types of vaccines or 3 types of developments have seen in last month and last week also. Here the first one, the Indian Council of Medical Research announced collaboration with the Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech International Limited. Yesterday we have seen that an article on this one. To develop a potential vaccine based on SARS-CoV-2 strain isolated at the ICMR, National Institute of Virology in Pune. Next one, the Pune-based Serum Institute of India (SII) has tied up with Oxford University that is testing a vaccine using weakened adenovirus. Adenovirus means which causes the common cold. Here another one, the health ministry announced the development of an ELISA antibody test kit that would help in district level zero surveillance. These three instances given, India is a part of race to develop a vaccine. Next one, Mandis linked to a e-platform see 65% in count 65% rise in post lockdown. Here what is the meaning of e-NAM, that is National Agriculture Market, that is a digital platform. COVID-19 has given a boost to e-NAM, the national digital platform for the agriculture trade. Suppose I am a farmer, I want to sell my groundnuts or who are having products in my hand. Before 2000s or before 2016, they are also only to confined to the only one state. If suppose there is a required in another state like Punjab or Tamil Nadu or Kerala, suppose I am residing in Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, I want to export my groundnuts to another states, how can I go? For that, NDA government came up with this, BJP government came up with this one, e-NAM, that is a Electronic National Agriculture Market. Here 177 more mandis joined the platform, taking the total previous one 585 only. With that 177 more mandis joined the platform, taking the total to 962 mandis nationwide, giving farmers and traders another option at the time when transport disruptions and social distancing requirements have made physical mandi trade more difficult. Due to COVID-19, these mandis are at a difficult stage. First we have to see how e-NAM is working. Here farmers break state barrier. Previously I told about the state barriers. Now here farmers can break the state barriers. The first one, e-NAM, e-National Agriculture Market. What is this one? A pan-India electronic trading portal which networks the existing mandis to create a unique national market for agriculture produce. Why this is established? To promote the transparency, ensure better price of farm products to farmers, as they will to able to sell their commodities to highest bidder anywhere in India. Here status is 144 lakh farmers used e-NAM to sell their produce between April 14, 2016 and January 20, 2019. If you see the total traded value, almost 60,375 crores during this period. Here how this e-NAM is working. The first one, a farmer at Gadwal Mandi, it is located in Telangana, has to sell the groundnuts. Now he looks at the displayed board showing the price of groundnuts at all mandis. Next, third one, he notices the best prices of the produce at Kurnool Mandi in Andhra. Here the fourth one, he contacts the clearing and forwarding, that is CLF, again agents at his mandi. CLF does the trade through the e-NAM by e-bidding. Next one, groundnut is then sold to highest bidder. Who put the highest is known as, then that will groundnut sell to that one. Here CLF will then store it and transport it to the buyer in Kurnool. Farmer gets the online payment on this produce. Like this e-NAM is working. In simpler way, suppose I am having a groundnut produce. I want to sell in a Kurnool Mandi. I will consult the CLF, that is clearing and forwarding. Here clearing and forwarding cell. That he will contact that another Mandi in Kurnool. From that, after settlement, that buyer will send through online payment. That payment I will get, I will give the groundnuts to him. That is like a e-NAM platform. It is done in digital platform only. Next one, With oil prices crash and COVID-19, Saudi Arabia confronts the double crisis. We know that Saudi Arabia is crowned by the Mohammed bin Salman, that is MBS. Here, due to COVID-19, with oil prices also, there is a double crisis. Here, kingdom decided to take a slew of austerity measures, means very tough decisions, including raising value-added tax, that is VAT, and cutting a cost of living allowance for government employees. Here, this MBS done two things. The first one, raising a value-added tax, VAT, and another, cutting the cost of living allowance. Here, another thing also it done, that is, it has also stepped down. Its immense intervention. We know that in 2015, before 5 years back, there is a war between Yemen and Saudi Arabia due to the Houthi rebels. Here, the Saudi government dipped its hands into the foreign reserves for meeting their country's expenditure. As of May 11 evening, the kingdom has reported almost over 39,000 cases with 246 deaths. Here, IMF is forecasting the country's GDP 2.3% of this year. What is the IMF? International Monetary Fund. It will forecast this Saudi Arabia's GDP will fall to the 2.3 percentage. Here, why oil prices came down to that one? Here, the recent oil problem is almost entirely self-inflicted only, not due to the other circumstances. Instead of engaging with Russia to discuss how they could consider new policies with regard to the OPEC Plus partnership, the Crown Prince very impulsively rejected Russia and started a completely unwinnable oil war with Russia. There is a oil prices declining in oil prices. That is a self-inflicted due to the MBS Mohammed bin Salman. Next, I promised to make a previous paper analysis, that is, I have taken UPSC Prelims 2019. Which one of the following suggested that the governor should be an eminent person from outside, the state should be detached figure without intense political links, or should not have taken part in politics in recent past? Once again I will read it. Why? Because very important appointment of governor. Which one of the following suggested that governor should be an eminent person from outside the state, and should be detached figure, intense political links, or should not have taken part in the politics in the recent past? Options given are: first, ARC, that is Administrative Reforms Commission 1966, Rajmanar Committee 1969, Sarkaria Commission 1983, National Committee to Review the Working of the Constitution. Here the right option is C. Sarkaria Commission will give the governor should be an eminent person from outside the state, and should be a detached figure without intense political links, or should not have taken part in politics in the recent past. That is Sarkaria Commission 1983. With this we can conclude our video. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to my channel Gear Up for Group 1 Exam. This is Sunny Sandeep signing out. Thank you. Bye bye.